When you are working with large data set, and into that data set, if you want to find some specific values or position in an array, whether it is the first match or last match or any logical findings you want to do for your all these queries, the Matlab's find function makes it simple and easy to find any data from the large data set. So first of all, we'll start with what this find function is. Basically, the find function returns the index of the elements that meets the condition, and that's it. It will directly give you the location. So now after this basic explanation, let's start with a simple example of how to use this find function. So here initially I have written CLC clear all, and then through this line I am going to introduce a variable, and then this is my new variable, and what I want to store in this variable, I want to find the indices of all non-zero elements in this matrix, and for that I'll write find of A. Now let's run this thing, and here is the answer. So this is our A, and what this variable gives us, the indices or the number or the location of all non-zero elements of this matrix A. So here it is 1, that indicates the first element is non-zero, then next is 3, that shows the first, second and third element is non-zero, then 4 and then 6. So likewise it will gives us indices or the location of all non-zero elements, and this looks interesting, isn't it? Now let me add few more things to this. 10, 12, 15, I'll make it 13. And now what I want to do, now I want to give condition, right? Suppose we want to find all the elements which are greater than 8. So now what we'll do, idx find of A, but what, when the element of A is greater than 8. So this small modification will gives us all the elements which are greater than 8. Now let's run. First and second, these are not greater than 8. This 13 is greater than 8. So first element which is greater than 8 is 3, and then 8, 9 and 10. So using this type of conditions, you can filter your data. Now many times this happens that there are specific requirement, like when the data meets our requirement for very first time, we want that only. So let's say A greater than 8 comma 1. So now it will give me, when A is greater than 8 for very first time, it will give me only one answer. Now let's run this thing and see here. Third element is the element where this logical operation is occurring for very first time. And now instead of very first time, if you want to go it for last time, that also you can do. So what we'll do, we'll put here last, right? This one is to give direction, and then the last occurrence. So now let's run, and there we go, the 10th. That indicates the 10th position is the last occurrence when A is greater than 8. Now what if you wants to give multiple conditions? Conditions like, let's say we'll consider it here as A is greater than 7 and A is less than, let's say, 15. So here we are giving two conditions, greater than 7 and less than 15. So now it will gives us only indices which is greater than 7 and less than 15. And now let's run. First, second, third position greater than 7, then 7th position, this is greater than 7 and less than 15. So like this we can give multiple conditions also. Now here we have seen all the examples on 1D matrix. Now let's explore several examples of 2D matrix. Let's copy this CLC. So now here we have taken A as 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, which is a 2D matrix. Now let's run this section. So this is our A. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create B, which is equal to find of A. There we go. So here we have element second, third and sixth. So here it will directly gives us the second, third and sixth element is non-zero elements. But how you will count second, third and sixth element in this matrix? So let me tell you that basically matrix understand everything in first column method. Now what this logic, it requires some separate understanding of how Matlab understands matrix, right? So for that I'll prepare a separate video and explain you that in detail, right? For now consider it as like this is our first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element and sixth element. So second element is non-zero, then third is non-zero, fourth, fifth and then sixth is non-zero. So this is how Matlab shows us non-zero elements. But what if we want location in the name of rows and columns, right? So for that we need to make some minor modification here. So we'll make a matrix, row and column, and then we'll write find of A. And now let's run. So when you do this, it will gives us the location of row and column. So look at here, first column, second row, first column, second row, this is non-zero element. Then second column, first row, second column, first row, non-zero. So like this it will gives us the numbering of all column and row where there is non-zero element. And in this also you can give the logical conditions, right? Let us say when A is greater than 2, we want all the elements where A is greater than 2, and let's run. So only one element, right? Third column, second row, that is greater than 2. So this is how you can find rows and column indices of the all element which fits in your logic. But now let me show you one of the real life example where this type of find function is very useful, right? So for that we are going to create a new section, and then we are going to import the temperature data of Hyderabad city for last 1 year, right? So here we have temperature data of Hyderabad city of last 1 year. We have imported the data. So this is the data that we have. Now we are going to write the CLC and clear all for this section also. So now first of all what we'll do, the data that we have imported, right, this, it is in table format, right? But when we want to process it, we want it in double, right? So first of all we are going to convert this table into double, and we are going to have only data of temperature, right? Here we have data of serial number, date, time and temperature. We are interested in only temperature, so we are going to extract only temperature. If you want to learn how to extract some specific data and all those stuff, then I have prepared a separate video for that. In that I have explained everything in detail. So small but very key and important detail, if you want to learn, then you can watch that video. The link will be in description box and here in I button. So now what I'm going to do, we are going to convert table to array. Table to array of what? Our this data, Hyderabad temperature, and then we want all the rows and column number 4. So now let's run. Oh my god, yes, I made a mistake. Now I should not use this. Because of this the workspace got cleared, and when it reaches over here there is nothing like call Hyderabad daily temperature data, right? So let me remove this, import the data again, this one, open it, right, import selection, close this thing. Now the data is here, and now let's run this section. So here we have imported the data, right? This is our data of B. So now the B is in double. Now we can find whatever we wants to do. So let's say we want to find when the temperature of the city is greater than or equal to 40, right? So we'll write find of B, sorry, not V, B. And what will be the condition? Greater than or equal to 40. But before I run this thing, now I think I should clear this. So first I'll make this command window clear so that you can have a clear look of our answer. Now I'll suppress this B, and now let's run this section. So 77, 88, 96, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. So there are 10 days in entire year when the temperature is greater than 40. It is as per our this data. So now let's quickly verify it. Let's open the C, sorry, not C. Let's open the B and find the seventh location. There we go on 77, it is 46. Then after 77 it is 88, which is greater than 40. So let's minimize it. Yes, it is 88. So this is how we'll be able to filter out the data. Here also you can give multiple logical conditions, right? So this is what all about find function. But before we end, I'd like to give you one very important information about this. Remember that when you simply write find of a matrix, that only returns non-zero positions, right? When the position is non-zero. But when you want some specific type of data, at that time you must give conditions to filter that data. So that's it from this video. If this helped you to understand find function, hit the like button and subscribe for more MATLAB tips and tricks like this. And you can even drop a comment if you want me to explain any specific function in MATLAB that you want to understand, right? That you can write in comments. So bye bye, and we'll meet you into the next video.